This is Arc. A browser has been launched since 2019 and stopped maintaining since 2025. The team moved on to build another browser, and on Arc's landing page, it used a top banner to guide people to download the other products. This is something I never see from any other products. So Arc has been running for a few years and take nearly 0.1% of the global browser market. And in today, I want to talk three major things relevant to product design: the visual language mismatch, the complexity entity setup, and also the strong acquisition but weak funnel. And those three things, I think, is not specific for Arc, but could be really relevant to the product you are building. And let's have a look. If you open Arc's landing page for the first time, you might feel it's quite different from other tech products. It looks very warm and friendly. It uses many different typefaces. This is the sans serif one, and this is a serif font and a sans serif font, but they seem quite friendly. Scroll down, you can see the browser's interface also looks quite friendly and chill and cozy. And the background of the landing page use noise and texture background as well, and those subtle animations. It also makes you feel, this is quite interesting. It seems like a very beautiful product. But who's using Arc in real scenarios? Backed with the research, they are product people, they are engineers, developers, and designers. They are the majority users of. So which makes it quite different. Because if I am a developer and I open Arc, the feeling maybe it's beautiful, but there might be a subtle feeling that, is it for me? Because it seems quite, that might be for artists or some creative people. It's not feels that it's fit my use case. So that is the first thing that might get this mismatch of the market, of the user and the visual language. So if you scroll down, you can see this vintage feeling and artistic feeling keep going, and even the colors and the interface and the emote and the icons follow with that. So imagine if you're a musician or if you're a college student, it feels good. But who's using it? There are tech users. There are tech professionals work in tech industries. So this mismatch could be one reason that make it not the best match. And if we check some other examples, for example, if we check Linear, and if we check Linear's homepage, it's quite different. You can see the dark background, the very strong contrast background, dark background and white colors, and also the minimum design style. And some people might think, this didn't design at all. It seems just an engineering product. And if you scroll down, you can see the interface is very clean, very sharp, and also straight to the point. That's the product for tech workers and professionals using to solve their daily problems. It's quite different. If you compare these two landing pages like side by side, you can see, but they're actually the same group of people. And this mismatch make it not that make sense for the potential customers. That's the thing I think make it quite different at first. So visual language, this is something we need to consider. If you are building a product, if you are building something for a group of people or for a special market, and I think the question is to check, is your visual language, is it inviting specific kind of person? Is that person your actual customer? Or if not, you might need to change the visual or you change your customer. So that's the gap we need to and even consider. The second thing is about the entity. And for the first time, I opened Arc. I really like this, by the way. I still feel this is the product feels make you exciting and want to see how it works. And and I would just, all right, now I'm entering Arc. I already tried it a bit before, so there are some existing features or like the folders here. But if we check Arc as a fresh eye, there are already a few things I need to understand. First, it moves everything on the sidebar. So before, if I'm using traditional browser, I would see all the bookmarks and tabs on the top. And this is something I need to get used to. And also, if I check other features, for example, if I want to see the settings or some new features, I will see media, and I will see I see easels, I see spaces, I see boosts, and I see archived tabs. So even on this part, there are already many things that I'm not familiar with. So they are all new concepts. So I take account what Arc do is that it got 8 different entities. So it got a space, a folder, easel, boost, profile, pinned, tab, and command bar. So those are the things quite different. And if I'm new for using Arc, for example, if I transitioned from Chrome or from Safari, those are the things I need to learn. I have to say, immediate ask people to remember 8 or even more different concepts, entities, is not the best way to welcome new users. And Dia, which is the next browser that the teams built, it's actually solved this problem. But this is something we notice. Okay, so lots of new concepts, lots of things for people to remember during the first few days, and that's something we need to hold on a little bit. And I use linear as another counter example. And the first time when I start using linear, there's a very hero feature in linear called cycle, which is similar as sprint across any tech teams or like groups. But I didn't see that at first, which make me really curious. And then I explored and find I need to switch it on. The default mode for new user is not enabled by default, which means that this is a hero feature for linear, but they made the decision to ask people to hold it, to show it at the very beginning. Yeah, you see the difference. So that's the second point. If you want to get people to start using your product, consider the new user's experience. And we know that people can remember no more than 7 items in one shot at a time, right? So you might need to manage that thing, consider those things as the memory slots, and you only have 7 slots, which means you only have 7 items for people to remember. Yeah, organize those things. The third thing about Arc is that it has a really strong acquisition to. It doesn't have a strong way to keep people. So the retention is leaking. Let me show you Arc, a few things about their growth. So for example, if I'm checking Arc for the first time and I open the settings, I can see a very beautiful personal name card. Like the personalized name card is with my name, and it has a nickname. I'm a soggy technician. I like that. And I can change it, right? I can change my color and nickname. I'm a brave guardian. That sounds cool. And I can download it. I can download it and share with my on my social media. And I can even just share it here by tapping this button, and I can send to my friends or my families. And another thing that I can also by tapping this Arc to a friend, I can click this icon, and it will show me a clickable or like a copyable or like a pasteable content. I can share it on my social media or just copy and paste to my friends. So this is a very interesting way to grow your product. So it's considered some content marketing strategy here. And also on other things like this easel feature, which is infinite whiteboard on your browser. So basically you can draw things here or just paste some images or photos, and sometimes you can quickly mark up something and share with your friend. You can simply just take a screenshot, just tap the copy link button on this button on the bottom right, so you can share it. You can make it, anyone can edit. And if I copy the link, I can send this URL to my friends, or I can just share the link to other people. And other people, when they check it, if they want to add it, what they'll do, take a guess. Yes, they will need to download Arc and become a user. Right. So there are many ways for Arc users to share and help Arc organically grow the market, the user base. For example, I only able to enable the sidebar on the left, and I cannot change it to the top view. If I'm coming from Chrome or Safari, I'm not used to these sidebar settings. And if I can't just set it to the top view, it's not the things I'm familiar, so I might just leave. And also the space, this is new features for many users, and if they are not familiar with that features, they may consider to leave as well. My point is that people stay here, that's the retention, and people come here, that's the acquisition. You have a really strong acquisition, but not able to keep people here using your product for 14 days, 30 days, or even longer, and the total market is leaking and you're losing on that part. So those numbers from the ARC's reports, we see that the hero feature spaces, there are only 5% of Arc users using that feature. And also there are only 4.17% customers using folders, and even not 1% of users use a calendar preview. So those are the hero features, but people don't use it. If people don't use those features, differentiate Arc from other browser, maybe people just get you to other browsers feature more like easier, or like they're more likely to use those features. So Arc cannot keep those people in Arc. Right. So those are the three things I think majorly we can learn. If you are building your product, like building Arc or building any other product, consider first, is the visual language aligned to your product target market, target customers. Second, for new customers coming to your product, try to not get too many concepts for them to remember. You might need to compromise those hero features for later, and so that people can get used to your product as soon as possible. No more than 7. Ideally, like 3 to 5 concepts is all good. And third is about the rotation, retention, and acquisition. They are combining together. You cannot just be really strong at one point but not good at the other. If you want to check and things in details about this review, go to the website bearliu.com, and I share those product teardowns here. You can grab a product review and see how a product works or not work.